second down and 2. Good block by Will Shields, the rookie.
Marty Schottenheimer was telling us yesterday how Will Shields has been on the field for more plays than any other member of the Kansas City offense this year, and he went to him a couple weeks ago worried that he was going to wear out, that he was going to get tired, that he was not going to be able to keep this pace up for the balance of the season. And I think he's showing the energy of youth, and he's also showing right here that he knows how to play. The block right there on the left side of your screen by the rookie from Nebraska. Good play.
22 years old.
Yeah. He's too young to get tired.
Here's Marcus Allen trying to get to the 30-yard line. If the nose of the ball is on that stripe, it is a first down. Kevin Green makes the tackle. 13:35 remaining, fourth quarter. Steelers on top by 7. And it is a first down.
It has not been a magical first 3 quarters for Joe Montana so far.
Something magical about waiting for it to happen, though, isn't there?
Yeah. We've seen it too many times to not believe.
Over the years, the 14 years that this man has thrilled us all.
And right now, there's probably nobody in this stadium more nervous than Bill Cowher, the head coach of the Steelers.
Montana 14-5 in his 19 games, and a flag goes down.
I think it's delay.
Play clock ticking all the way down.
That's the second time today.
Still first down.
That's the second time today that Joe's got caught. We've talked before on Monday night about the fact that we've gone from the 45-second play clock down to the 40-second play clock, and sometimes with the plays always coming in from the sidelines, the quarterbacks don't call their own plays anymore. It just takes more time. That's not necessarily the quarterback's fault.
On first and 15.
Comes Woodson.
They pick him up. The pass is caught at the 46-yard line by Willie Davis. 22-yard gain and a cheap first down.
Good read by Davis and Montana, and you're right, Al, they picked Woodson. He was coming from the corner. They use him a lot in a pass rush situation, but Davis and Montana right in sync. There he is, number 84. He'll break right to you, underneath Burden, into the hole, and Montana is there.
And again, I don't want to belabor the point, but another zone defense by the Steelers, missing their other cover corner, DJ Johnson, who was ejected.
Montana, who started the game 0 for 7, hands the ball off to Freddie Jones on an end around. He gets into Steeler territory and is close to a first down. Rod Woodson knocking him out of bounds at that spot.
We might call that a crunching tackle by Rod Woodson, and Freddie Jones, give him credit for the speed to get outside and make something out of a play that looked dead. At about the midpoint right here, this play looks absolutely dead. Davidson looked like he had it cut off, and then Contain was gone, but what a shot by Rod Woodson on Jones. Look at this. Lowers the shoulder, and Jones, a much smaller man at only 180 pounds, stopped immediately.
Second and a short one. Marcus Allen takes it to the 33-yard line.
Marty Schottenheimer has to like what he's been watching. Midway through the third quarter, this team is starting to look like the Kansas City Chiefs that went 11-5.
Marcus 11 carries now for 46 yards. First and 10, Chiefs at the 33. Steelers lead by 7. 11:05 left in the fourth. Barnett in motion. Catch is made by Burden to the 14 and another first down.
Oh, and Figures, Deion Figures saved the touchdown. Vintage Joe Montana.
I'll tell you who else turned in a big play. John Alt, the left tackle. I thought Greg Lloyd got a tremendous jump on the ball, and Alt handled him easily, setting up this play downfield. And oh, another nice fake to the outside.
Got a good recovery by Figures.
This Kansas City team starting to believe.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line. Marcus Allen picks up 3 to the 11. If it sounds sort of strangely quiet when the Chiefs come to the line of scrimmage, they always have a sign up here that says quiet please audible zone. And all 75,000 people respect it. There it is.
Only in Middle America.
Big brother running the would you like to explain that?
Put that up in New York, they'd eat you alive.
2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line. 9:45 to go. Montana throws. The catch is made by Cash. The tight end takes it inside the 5, and it will be 1st and goal.
You know how many times I've said it over the years we've watched this man. I don't think even the credit and the accolades he's received over the years, I'm talking about Montana, he still makes it look so easy. He always is looking at the right place. He knows wherever receiver is, just a little flick of the wrist. Where does he throw it? Down in the crowd. He puts it at the belt where the receiver is not going to get the ball knocked away from him. It's a pleasure to watch.
1st and goal at the 2. Allen.
In again.
Touchdown.
His 13th of the year.
Aren't you a little surprised that Marcus Allen got the ball down there?
Stunned.
That's an 80-yard drive for Kansas City.
Only it does for Marcus Allen. Marty Schottenheimer's infatuation with using him on short yardage and goal line is that it has really worked on his yards per carry. If he gets it at 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1, 1st and goal, anything short, he's got it.
That's Marcus's first postseason touchdown since 1985. Of course, for many of those seasons, the Raiders didn't get into the playoffs as Lowry boots it through.
Well, that was what the Chiefs had more in mind when they signed Joe Montana and Marcus Allen. An 80-yard drive. Joe Montana took them all the way down there. Marcus Allen took them over the goal line. And this game is back up for grabs. 17-17.
Amen. Lowry's kick taken by Stone. Dwight Stone brings it back to the 25-yard line. Tackled there by Santos Stevens. Coaches are always talking about turnovers. Announcers are always talking about turnovers. It is incredibly important in postseason games. Only one of 273 postseason games has had no turnovers, and that was the Giants-Bills Super Bowl in Tampa, Super Bowl 25. No turnovers today. And we talked about the significance of it. We can go back and detail it in terms of the team that owns the differential in postseason games wins an inordinate amount of time.
Not only in postseason, during the season also.
But particularly so after the season.
They win most of them, too.
From the 25-yard line, this is Merrill Hyde picking up 3. After the 28-yard line, Tracy Simeon makes the tackle.
A lot of that is more recently, these teams work on turning the ball over. They tackle and they slice and pull it out.
Well, here it is in postseason play. If you have the turnover advantage, the team that has had it has won 21 consecutive games. That pretty much tells the story.
And you'd have to think that if there is one here in the last 8 minutes of regulation, that might be 22.
Very good chance.
Especially if it happens at your end of the field.
2nd and 8 from the 28-yard line. O'Donnell buying time and finds Stone, who breaks the tackle, picks up the 1st down. And Dwight Stone is
never went out of bounds
at the 47-yard line of Kansas City.
Dwight Stone just kind of hit underneath, broke back across the line of scrimmage, got lost in the shuffle, and I think the Kansas City thought he had stepped out of bounds somewhere early upfield. Look at him hide right behind the linebackers, come across just beyond the line of scrimmage, slips the tackle there, gets away from Albert Lewis. Now watch this, down the sideline. He's still in, and they're pulling up.
Gain of 26.
Pretty good body control by Dwight Stone, staying in bounds.
Under 8 minutes to go. Thompson barrels to the 40-yard line. Picks up 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Lonnie Martz with the hit. A Steeler win, they go to Buffalo Saturday. A Chief win, they go to Houston next Sunday.
We just have a phone call from Buffalo that they got a basic whiteout up there, a blizzard going on right now. Probably wouldn't have been able to see the football today. But it'll be beautiful next week.
that can't be happening in Buffalo.
2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line. Here's Thompson. A first down to the 32-yard line. He's tackled by Kevin Ross. First down, Pittsburgh. Merrill Hodge paving the way that time with a block. 7 minutes to go in regulation.
Oh, what a fine football game this is. One team down, the other one comes back, and now Pittsburgh, they are battling back. But it looked like Kansas City was taking control.
Only the 2nd game ever in the postseason history of 22-year-old Arrowhead Stadium. The other one was won by the Chiefs 3 years ago, 10-6 over the Raiders. First down at the 32. Over the middle, Mills makes the catch, having a big day. Ernie to the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Tracy Rogers with the tackle.
It's not many teams that use their tight end to go deep and clear things out for a wide receiver, running a short pattern underneath. And that's exactly the way the Pittsburgh Steelers are running their passing offense right now. Eric Green is the guy that's going 20 or 25 yards downfield, and then the wideouts are coming back underneath to pick up the short stuff. That's the kind of respect that Green draws when he goes downfield.
Thompson on 2nd and 3, and it was Derek Thomas who had him by the ankle, stopping him for next to no gain, setting up a 3rd and 3 with 5:45 to play in the game, tied at 17.
Derek Thomas does more than just rush the passer. Why don't you fight off the block here? Hodge out with the lead block. Not a good effort by Hodge, but Derek Thomas reading it. Falls to the inside, makes the stop, short of the first.
3rd and 3 at the Chief 25. Mills in motion. O'Donnell to Thompson. Knows where he has to go for the first and gets it. 4-yard gain. Lonnie March with the coverage. First down, Pittsburgh at the 21-yard line.
Say it again, there's not many more accurate passers than Neil O'Donnell when you give him time to throw the ball. He threw the ball right in there perfectly, had it down low, right on target. Thompson with just enough for the first down.
Clock running, 5 minutes left. 4th quarter. Scoreboard tied, 17-17. First downs are even at 19 each. 1st and 10, and Thompson gets knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Thomas was the first to get him, and then Bayless finished him off. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
You would think that at the point of attack, the advantage with the larger tight end would go to Pittsburgh. He tries to turn Derek Thomas to the inside, loses his footing. Thomas still gets enough penetration that he affects the play by altering Thompson's route.
On 2nd and 11, O'Donnell pump fakes, going for the end zone to Green. Touchdown Steelers.
Oh, and there's a mocking the crowd with the tomahawk chop.
Boy, what a good read by O'Donnell, and a good look off of the safety, Kevin Ross. He looks to the left as if he is going to pass to the left, and he comes back to the big man Green right down the middle. And Ross has riveted a little bit, little look to the outside, but O'Donnell's look to the left kept Ross from getting back into the play.
It's the same patterns they've been running in this game where Green goes deep. He just runs the kind of pass routes that you don't expect from a man that size.
Well, you may not like his manners, but you can't quibble with his pass receiving abilities. Eric Green, the Steelers' leading pass catcher this season, catching another one, and an important one, as the Steelers reply to Montana's 80-yard drive with a 74-yard one of their own, and they're now back in the lead, 24-17.
10 minutes 49 left, still plenty of time. But Levon Kirkland brought the Chiefs' next drive to an early end with a sack on Joe Montana. As we pick up the Steelers' next possession, they have a 3rd and 10 on their own 37.
Play fake. And no, incomplete. Jeff Graham couldn't hold on. Jay Taylor right there with him. 4th down.
Well, Jay Taylor, the guy they go to. And the question was it a ball that Graham should have held on to?
again, Jay Taylor, they picked on him all day long. Dale Carter out of the lineup.
Well, that
that's
ball
good
was
play.
drilled right in there, but you could see the right arm of Taylor came right down and knocked the ball out. That was a good play by Taylor. You really can't fault Graham.
Mark Royals to punt, and the kick is blocked. It is blocked, and this is Jones taking off. He's inside the 20, tackled at the 9-yard line.
Who got it?
Keith Cash.
The big tight end. 6'4", Cash makes the key block and the turnover.
Let's take a look at this from behind. Royals does not turn away from the rush coming from the right side. A lot of times a punter is supposed to angle it one direction or the other. You could see Bill Cowher talking, yelling at Royals when he came off to the side. I don't know if he was supposed to turn to the left or not. Either way, it was poor protection allowing Cash to get in.
Gary Jones saved the touchdown. 1st and goal. Marcus Allen to the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal. The Chiefs with 1 timeout plus the 2-minute warning remaining. The clock at 2:20. Keith Cash. Whew.
And right now, you're right about Gary Jones. He has a chance to be a hero. If the Pittsburgh defense comes up huge down here, the game ball goes to Gary Jones. I mentioned earlier about the greeting that Mark Royals got when he came off the field. Look at his coach, Bill Cowher, a former special teams coach, and needless to say, a little unhappy with something that Royals did. Of course, the punt was blocked, giving Kansas City this opportunity.
2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Montana looking, throwing, and incomplete, and Keith Cash wants a penalty and won't get it. Willie Williams was the man who was covering on the play, and Gerald Williams put the pressure on Montana.
Montana had it right in there, but again, Williams, did he come over the top? Did he get there before the ball? Got him all the way, locks up with him. He can handle him for 5 yards. He just dropped the ball.
So it is 3rd and goal at the 8-yard line. Wrap around to Marcus, and he can take it only to the 7-yard line. Gerald Williams makes the tackle. Schottenheimer says timeout. And here is your season right now. 4th and goal at the 7-yard line. 1:48 remaining.
So it has come to this.
Chiefs out of timeouts. Good protection. Touchdown, Tim Barnett.
If you didn't believe before, you believe now.
Does he work beautifully in the pocket? His initial receiver was covered. He knows where everyone is on that football field. And give that offensive line credit. The Steelers were desperately trying to get into his face. They gave him time. He just bounced a couple of times.
Well, we still have a 1-point ball game here. Nick has to do his job.
But don't go away.
Look at this.
Back of the end zone. Good job by Barnett.
Well, what were the Steelers doing?
They're in that zone that so many teams play down on the goal line. You give the quarterback that much time, somebody will be open to the back of the end zone.
Here's Lowry to tie it. And does.
Well, if there's any quarterback you'd want on the field with 4th and goal from the 7-yard line and the game on the line, it's Joe Montana. He's pulled it up for the Chiefs, and they've leveled the score. 24 apiece with 1:43 left in this one.
Pittsburgh could only move the ball 5 yards on their next possession and had to punt it back to Kansas City. Starting from their 23, Montana hit Dane and Hughes for a 1st down, then used the next down to spike the ball and stop the clock with 56 seconds left in the game.
On 2nd and 10, Marcus Allen takes it to the Steeler 46-yard line. That's a 1st down.
But what a terrific call. In danger of running out of time, almost within field goal range.
Now Montana on 1st down, throws. He the 42-yard line. So if they don't gain another yard, Lowry's attempt from here would be 59. His career high 58 twice. Second down and 6 at the 42-yard line. He throws. The catch is made again in traffic. And this time it's Burton making the catch at the 33-yard line. So now you're looking at a 50-yard Lowry field goal. Montana says, I'm going to spike it. That stops the clock with 19 seconds.
I think you still have one more try at the middle if you want to do it. 19 seconds.
Well, if you try it up the middle, then you still have to get up to the line of scrimmage again and spike it. I think you try to throw outside and just hope that the guy can step out of bounds.
You might be able to do it, but what if you didn't do it? What if that clock ticked away on you?
Second and 10. Here's McNair. The catch is made, and he's out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
How did McNair keep that ball off the ground? I thought it one hop to it from up
there.
here.
Too.
Take another look
Very
here.
Close.
If that was an optical illusion, if that ball didn't touch the ground. I'm way above the surface of the field up here, but let's look at it from closer to ground level. McNair is 48. The ball coming down. Oh, that's on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
That ball's on the ground.
You know, this is crazy. Well, you finally have a situation here with no replay. Lowry's going to attempt a 43-yarder to win the game. Barker to hold it. Kansas City.
No good.
Does not win the game as Lowry missed it.
Perhaps Justice out.
That is Justice.
Well, what a great game this is turning out to be. Bob, I suppose Justice served there because that ball did touch the ground. Tom McNair didn't catch it. So Nick Lowry missing the field goal, I suppose. Justice, who do you fancy in overtime? And don't say the team that wins the coin toss.
Well, you know what? Right now, I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs. You know, the Pittsburgh has really been the team that has just plodded along, done everything right, been very consistent, done nothing spectacular, but everything right. But right now, Joe Montana is starting to look like Joe Elway, just a little bit. Really is getting the team going and really seems to have gotten the fire lit under these guys.
Okay, then 15 minutes, sudden death. The first team to score wins it. Here's the overtime.
Well, Kansas City won the coin toss and received the kickoff. Montana's scramble on 3rd and 5 came up just short, giving Pittsburgh a chance to win it.
At the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. O'Donnell, who's thrown 3 touchdown passes today, retreating, sets up the screen to Thompson, but he can't go anywhere. He is tackled at the 24 by Tracy Rogers.
There have been an awful lot of screens run today by the Pittsburgh Steelers, more than I've seen them run in a long, long time. And Kansas City, I think, is gotten to the point where they've seen them with enough regularity that they're all over it.
Well, they did a lot of this when Barry Foster was healthy, and for all the right reasons. They got away from it a little bit, and they used a lot of 2 setbacks with Hodge and Thompson. They've come back to it today primarily because of Smith and Thomas and their strong pass rush, I'm sure.
2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line. Thompson, he takes it to the 31. 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Well, Kansas City is thinking Eric Green, and Eric Green in that order.
And they might get Merle Hodge.
Yep.
Merle Hodge.
Yep.
Good coming out of the backfield.
This will, if we see an overcommitment by the Chiefs, somebody else here is going to be open. Maybe exposing Kansas City to the big play.
3rd and 6 from the 31-yard line. Green in motion. O'Donnell from the shotgun. O'Donnell to Graham. 1st down out to the 46-yard line.
I think that what Bill Cowher told us yesterday, if they overcommit on Eric Green, that means we're going to have one-on-one with our wide receivers. And what are we going to run? A lot of crossing patterns, a lot of things underneath. When they needed it, that's exactly what they went to right here.
Same philosophy that you get from the 49er, the West Coast attack. Brent Jones with the 49ers. You cover him with a deep man, you're going to get single coverage on either Rice or Taylor. Same idea.
Kansas City safeties are thinking Eric Green right now.
Here's Thompson. Stopped a little short of the 50 up at the 49-yard line. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Well, in all the raves that we've been giving Joe Montana, Neil O'Donnell has quietly played a superb football game. His offensive line has protected him. He has thrown the ball well.
Well, for a guy with a bad elbow and a bad shoulder who has his practice time limited every week, this guy's just a baby here in the National Football League. He's going to be a fine player for a long time. Here comes a blitz.
On 2nd and 7. They pick it up, and the pass incomplete, intended for Stone, who had position on Albert Lewis, but O'Donnell was forced to get rid of it in a hurry. 3rd down.
You don't want to be too harsh on the existing group of Pittsburgh wide receivers, but how desperately do they need a Lynn Swan or a John Stallworth or a Lewis Lips? They need a big-time playmaker on the outside, and I'd have to think that it's going to be a #1 priority for this group.
3rd and 7. O'Donnell stepping to the side. Green has it deflect off his hands. 4th down.
Well, O'Donnell flushed from the pocket, had an opportunity. Green was coming open. Hurried it. One that might have been caught, but it would have been a great effort on the part of the big man. Right about this point, O'Donnell's being flushed from the pocket, looking desperately for the receiver. And over the 6'5" outstretched arms of the big man, Eric Green.
Mark Royals into punt. Line of scrimmage is the 50. And it bounces out of bounds between the 20 and 25-yard line. They spot it just outside the 20.
So the Steelers can't do anything on their first overtime possession either. An interesting note, if this does come down to a field goal, as most overtimes do, Gary Anderson, one of the most accurate kickers in history, but his longest this season is 46 yards. Nick Larry of the Chiefs has been good from 52. And now the Chiefs take over.
Fake to Allen. Over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Willie Davis. And a flag is down.
Holding defense, number 26. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
We've had a blocked punt, but we still don't have a turnover. Rod Woodson is the guilty party. As they're working in the slot. And you can see the jersey of Willie Davis pulled all the way over his shoulder pad.
Shoulder pad popped out. That's kind of obvious.
At the 25 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, now there Joe caught Lloyd.
Lloyd coming across the line, and in effect a free play, but they can't cash in as Jonathan Hayes can't make the catch.
He went with the longer snap count, and he caught Greg Lloyd guessing.
I think he might have had a little conversation with Paul Hackett, the offensive coordinator, when he came out last series.
Defense, number 95.
There it is.
5-yard penalty. Still
That's
1st
the snap
down.
count Montana's been going on with some regularity. You're right. He probably got it from Paul Hackett upstairs or one of the other Kansas City coaches. And that will delay Lloyd's pass rush by half a step.
First and 5 at the 30-yard line. Montana drops it off underneath. This is Marcus Allen, and he picks up 6. And that's a 1st down. Chad Brown makes the tackle. Kansas City has it at the 36-yard line.
One good old boy, Joe Montana, relying on another good old boy, Marcus Allen. He wanted to go to McNair on a slant from the right side. He looked over there, started to deliver to McNair. He was covered. He knew exactly where Allen would be. Allen did not disappoint him.
1st and 10. The line of scrimmage, the 37. 6 minutes into overtime.
Here comes an audible. You can see everybody down there talking to each other.
Montana throws. The catch is made, and Dion Figures bouncing J.J. Burden out of bounds.
He sees Figures way off, Frank, and Joe changes up.
At the 43-yard line. Montana on 2nd and 3. Throwing, that's enough for a 1st. Jonathan Hayes makes the catch up at the 49-yard line.
Surgery.
Oh, boy. Dink here and a little short one there, a little out. No jeopardy. High percentage stuff. We've watched it for 15 years. Jonathan Hayes, whose numbers improved remarkably with Joe Montana and offensive coordinator Paul Hackett coming here. His big year with 9 receptions. He had 24 this past season. The other tight end, Keith Cash, had also 24.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line. Davis in motion. McNair just barely across the 50-yard line. Minimal gain. 2nd and 8 upcoming. Will he get another chance?
But justice was served.
Mind you, again, his range, his best 58 yards, and he probably can still reach that.
And 2nd and 8. Cash. And a big money play for Keith Cash as he takes it to the 32-yard line.
This has been a big day for this fellow from Texas. Remember, Keith Cash blocked the punt that set up the Kansas City score that allowed them to tie the game, and now this play in overtime.
He gets a big-time block from Willie Davis, too, Dan, right here. There's
Yes,
Davis.
18-yard gain. They're within range for Lowry. If they don't get another yard, you're looking at a 49 or 50-yarder.
Don't say 49er with Montana.
Right. Marcus Allen to the 28-yard line, tackled by Levon Kirkland.
Well, well, well.
2nd and 6. Allen nowhere. 28-yard line, 3rd and 6.
Now, this is where the offensive linemen keep their hands to themselves. A holding call here, any sort of an infraction is critical, and Al, I'm setting you up.
Well, you remember it. We all remember it. The game in Miami when the Chiefs were within field goal range, and the holding call on Dave Zott pushed them just out.
Oh, on top of every play.
3rd and 6. At the 28-yard line. There's a flag, and the catch at the 19-yard line. One official looks at the other, and he says yes. J.J. Burton.
Lloyd was offsides again, so that's where we start. And then the completion.
Burton with a terrific effort. We saw him earlier. They gave him a play against Deion Figures, but he made this on his own.
Defense, number 95. Penalties declined. First down.
1st and 10. Anders, a yard or so to the 17-yard line, and Marcus Allen about ready to come back into the game. Lowry apparently will get another chance, and very soon.
And at this point, in the huddle, they don't even bother to say you got to hold on to it.
I wouldn't be afraid to let Montana try one into the end zone. Touchdown's a sure thing.
2nd and 9 from the 17-yard line. Allen to the 14-yard line. Now you're looking at a 31 or 32-yard field goal.
And here he comes. They're going to kick it.
On 3rd down, here comes Lowry again.
Well, it's smart to kick it on 3rd down in case you have a bad snap, you have any sort of a bad hold. You don't get to kick away, but as long as you cover up the ball and retain possession, you get another shot at it on 4th down.
And you'd still be within range.
Yes.
A 32-yard attempt. He's made one from 23, missed one from 43. Danny Villa to snap it, Brian Barker to hold it. And the Chiefs go to Houston.
What a game.
And the teacher beats the student.
The first step. Al, you said they brought him in to get them through the playoffs. He's taken one big step.
Well, I hope you can hear us because we can't hear ourselves. It's pandemonium here. But Bob, when it mattered, Joe Montana marked them down the field, completing 5 straight passes in that drive and set up the winning field goal.
And interestingly enough, Joe passing attack in the end here pretty much mirrored what the Steelers started the game off with. The short stuff to the backs, to the tight ends, just a little dink things just to move the ball progressively down the field. So what made the Steelers momentum early in the game gave the Kansas City Chiefs the game at the end.
But you have to feel sorry for the Steelers the way they played.
They were incredible. And we talked about this before. They weren't exciting. They didn't do anything spectacular. They just played good, solid football. This was the Pittsburgh Steelers team today that beat Buffalo, that beat Miami. The guys, the team that really knew how to just go out there and play good, solid ball. Unfortunately, if they can play good, solid ball, and the Kansas City Chiefs can play shaky ball, inconsistent ball, and still win, you got to say the Kansas City Chiefs are definitely the better team.
Okay, you can't count out Montana. We said it before the game, and he proved it in the end. Let's go to the locker room and hear from the players.
A year ago, I think that, we really didn't have the confidence or the type of offense to try to get us back into ball games when we was